Okay, today we're going to be fixing a Myers QD50s. That's a half horsepower Myers pump. I got a rebuild kit from our factory supplier. It's a PK50. You can get it on the internet. The kit comes with a diffuser and various parts. Alright, first we're going to start off by taking off these 4 bolts. 1, 2, and then 2 on the other side. They're number 14. Okay, with those 4 bolts removed, we just give it a little persuasion here. Give it a little love tap, and the housing comes off. Oh yeah, you can see this is filled with rust and sediment. It's pretty nasty in there. So then we take off these 1, 2, 3 bolts here. One, 2, take off these 3 bolts. And then this comes off. Okay, we have to spin off the diffuser here, and there's a little flathead screwdriver at the center of the shaft here in the back of the motor. So hold that with a flathead, and with a channel locks, just hold it with the 2. It comes undone. That spins off then. We're going to wire brush this. This is the spring and bearing. That gets replaced. That'll come off. Alright, well I really had to destroy the old unit. This is the new one, but this is what I took off there. I had to kind of chisel at it. And now there's a ceramic piece that's still in there that has to be removed. Take that out. This is a ceramic piece, so I just broke it with the screwdriver and just getting it out of there. Alright, and this gasket here is also going to be replaced, so that can be removed. I'm just going to wire brush this unit and that unit, and once it's all clean, we'll be ready to put it back together. So I'm going to chisel all this rust and dirt out of here and clean it up as best as I can. Okay, we're going to be replacing this gasket, this little rubber gasket here. So take that off. That one's stuck on there. And this Venturi is this little shaft that goes on the interior. Put a 19mm socket on there. And that should just come out. It's filled with gunk. Finagle it. Okay, all the way at the bottom of that is a little nozzle. You gotta unscrew that. I can do it with a 5/8 deep well socket. Okay, that loosens. And this is what we took out of it. Okay, so I've cleaned this up as best as I can with the wire brush, both the interior of this housing and this pump side. And I'm going to spray it with some OSFO, or it's known as muriatic acid, and it'll prevent the rust and oxidate the Jasco Prep-In Primer for rusted and new metal. It stops rust. It basically converts rust from ferrous iron to iron phosphate, and it prepares metal surfaces for paint. And just spray this on all the rusty spots, and after that give it about 30 minutes, then we can rinse it off, and then once this unit dries we can apply a coat of paint. Now that I derusted it, I'm just going to spray it with some Rust-Oleum gloss protective enamel. Okay, now we're ready to put it back together. So we put the nozzle back in, and that is our 1mm. Line that up in the middle and thread that back in. Okay, next is we put the Venturi back in. And tight that. And tight that. And we put our gasket on there. We gasket. Over here to the motor side, so we put our ceramic piece on here. Slide that in, even pressure. And next we put on the spring with the metal facing outward. Next is we put on the impeller. Remember to hold the back shaft with your flathead screwdriver and spin this on all the way. I mean back here is in the center here, there's a flat screwdriver. So hold that. Okay, then we put on the diffuser and the priming plate. This says top on it, right there. You probably can't see it, but okay, after those three are tightened, we can put the gasket on. Make sure there's no kinks or creases in this. Now we're ready to put the pump housing back onto the motor pump side. Okay, so we just line that up and put in these 4 bolts. Okay, now that it's all back together, I'm going to give it another coat of paint and give it a test run.